All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.
You mentioned the Errol, Spence. It has been, basically a year and a half since we seen you in that fight. You know, Errol was coming off the car accident, and I remember when we had talked before that, you said, man, I'm catching this guy right at the right time. When you look back on that fight and you looked at the video, what happened that night? What do you think happened that night?
You know, it was just, I don't know. You know, I felt good. I felt good going into the fight. I felt like I had a great training camp. But, you know, he's a great fighter. You know, everything looks easy from the outside. But I felt it was a great competitive fight, to be honest. You know, we on the punch stats, we both landed the same amount of power punches. And like I said, the difference in the fight was just the jabs. And that was it. But other than that, I felt like it was a great competitive fight and back and forth action. And it happened with two champions going at it. And, you know, the result was the result.
What do you think about him not only coming back from that accident, fighting you, and then going right to Ugas, in the way he's looked since the accident?
No, he's looking good. You know, he's a good fighter. He's a great fighter. So, yeah, what he did to Ugas, that was crazy because he kind of punished him. I didn't think he was going to do that like that. You know, he basically beat him down every round. And that's just to show you, you know, he's a great champion. You can't take nothing away from him.
Listen, your perspective on this is great. And I can't wait to hear your perspective on this because you've been in the ring with Errol. Now, you know, he's agreed to fight Bud Crawford. That looks like it's going to go down in October. You fought and beat Bud Crawford, if I'm not mistaken, twice in the amateurs. How do you think that fight's going to play?
Yeah, we fought twice in the amateurs, but it was 1-1. I felt like I won both. But it was 1-1.
Okay, there you go.
But
stand corrected. 1-1. So how do you see that fight between Errol Spence and Bud Crawford playing out?
You know, that's a great matchup. Like I said before, I feel like Spence is the bigger welterweight. He's the bigger, stronger guy. He throws a lot of punches. He's stronger. He's physically stronger. And then I feel like Crawford's I would say he was probably the more talented guy, you know, probably more skill. And it's going to be interesting to see how Spence fights another southpaw like him. You know, I feel like Spence's one of his big advantages is him being the big guy, being southpaw with a big jab. So he's never fought a southpaw, you know, the skill level like Crawford, even though he's right-handed, but for most of his fights he fought southpaw. So I just feel like this fight's going to come down to whoever wakes up or whoever feels better on that day, and whoever believes in himself more that day. That's who's going to win because both guys are mentally strong, both guys are skilled, and I feel like whoever wants it more and feels better that day is going to win it.
Yeah, and I think we'll probably find out which one of those guys have got a hell of a chin. Because they both can throw some serious leather, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Spence is strong. He's a strong puncher, but Crawford throws the shorter punches. So it's going to be interesting because, you know, Spence is busy and then Crawford's probably going to be picking his spots and trying to get in his rhythm. I can see it. It depends who gets off on the better, you know, ahead. If Crawford gets ahead, starts controlling the fight with his jab and backing Crawford up, then I can see Spence winning. But if Spence goes in there, if Crawford goes in there and finds a rhythm, then it might be a W for Crawford.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.